my name is Cassie, and I work at the New York Transit Museum in Brooklyn. And this is Transit Tots, where we like to think about all things transit and how we move around New York City. Now, before we get started, I want us all to settle in, take a nice comfy seat, and we're going to take a couple deep breaths. So take a deep breath in through your nose, and sigh it out through your mouth. Wonderful. Now let's do that again. Take a deep breath in through your nose, and out through your mouth. And one last time in through your nose, and out through your mouth. Wonderful. Now, we like to start Transit Tots every morning with a song, our hello song. I'll sing it once for you, and then you can sing it along with me. You ready? Hello, 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 and how are you? I'm happy, I hope that you are too. All right, let's sing it all together now. Hello, 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 and how are you? I'm happy, I hope that you are too. All right, wonderful. So today, we are going to be thinking about community workers. Now, a community worker is someone who works really hard for the people in their community. Now, a community can be a neighborhood, it can be a whole city, and there are lots of community workers who work in transit. Now, the very first community worker we're going to think about today are police officers, because our book this morning that we are going to read is called Officer Buckle and Gloria. And it was written by Peggy Rathman, and this book received the Caldecott Medal, which means that it is a very special honor for a book that has pictures in it for children. So this is a very special book, and I really love this book. So, are you all ready? Okay, make sure you get settled in, and I'm going to read Officer Buckle and Gloria. Officer Buckle knew more safety tips than anyone else in Napville. Every time he thought of a new one, he thumbtacked it to his bulletin board. Safety tip 77, never stand on a swivel chair. I think he learns his safety tips by accidentally doing things that aren't safe, huh? Officer Buckle shared his safety tips with the students at Napville School. Nobody ever listened. Sometimes there was snoring. Afterwards, it was business as usual. Mrs. Topple, the principal, took down the welcome banner. Never stand on a swivel chair, said Officer Buckle, but Mrs. Topple didn't hear him. Then, one day, Napville's police department bought a police dog named Gloria. When it was time for Officer Buckle to give the safety speech at the school, Gloria went along. Children, this is Gloria, announced Officer Buckle. Gloria obeys my commands. Gloria, sit. And Gloria sat. Officer Buckle gave safety tip number 1. Keep your shoelaces tied. And the children sat up and stared. Officer Buckle checked to see if Gloria was sitting at attention. She was. Safety tip number 2, said Officer Buckle. Always wipe up spills before someone slips and falls. The children's eyes popped. Officer Buckle checked on Gloria again. Good dog, he said. Officer Buckle thought of a safety tip he had discovered this morning. Never leave a thumbtack where you might sit on it. The audience roared. Officer Buckle grinned. He said the rest of the tips with plenty of expression. The children clapped their hands and cheered. Some of them laughed until they cried. Officer Buckle was surprised. He had never noticed how funny safety tips could be. After this safety speech, there wasn't a single accident. Now, was Gloria sitting still that whole time? It looks like she was acting out all of the safety tips. Very fun, but Officer Buckle doesn't know, does he? The next day, an enormous envelope arrived at the police station. It was stuffed with thank you letters from students at Knottville School. Every letter had a drawing of Gloria on it. Officer Buckle thought the drawings showed a lot of imagination. His favorite letter was written on a star-shaped piece of paper. It said, "You and Gloria make a good team. Your friend Claire. P.S. I always wear a crash helmet. Safety tip number 7. Officer Buckle was thumb-tacking Claire's letter to his bulletin board when his phone started ringing. Grade schools, high schools, and daycare centers were all calling about the safety speech. Officer Buckle, they said, our students want to hear your safety tips, and please bring along that police dog. Officer Buckle told his safety tips to 313 schools. Everywhere he and Gloria went, children sat up and listened. After every speech, Officer Buckle took Gloria out for ice cream. Officer Buckle loved having a buddy. Then, one day, a television news team videotaped Officer Buckle in the State College auditorium. There's a lot of people there, huh? When he finished safety tip number 99, do not go swimming during electrical storms, the students jumped to their feet and applauded. Bravo! Bravo! They cheered. Officer Buckle bowed again and again. First. That night, Officer Buckle watched himself on the 10 o'clock news. He finally sees Gloria's acting out behind him, and he looks surprised. Shocked, maybe. The next day, the principal of Knottville School telephoned the police station. Good morning, Officer Buckle. It's time for our safety speech. Officer Buckle frowned. I'm not giving any more speeches. Nobody looks at me anyway. Oh, said Mrs. Topple. Well, how about Gloria? Can she come? Someone else from the police station gave Gloria a ride to school. Gloria sat on stage, looking lonely, and then she fell asleep. So did the audience. After Gloria left, Knottville had its biggest accident ever. Uh-oh. It started with a puddle of banana pudding. Splat, splatter, sploosh! Everyone slid and smacked into Mrs. Topple, who screamed and let go of her hammer. Oh, I'll show you that picture. Pretty incredible. The next morning, a pile of letters arrived at the police station. Every letter had a drawing of the accident. Officer Buckle was shocked. At the bottom of the pile, there was a note written on a paper star. Officer Buckle smiled. The note said, Gloria missed you yesterday. Your friend, Claire. P.S. Don't worry, I was wearing my helmet. Safety tip number 7. Gloria gave Officer Buckle a big kiss on the nose. Officer Buckle gave Gloria a nice pat on the back. Then, Officer Buckle thought of his best safety tip yet. Safety tip 101. Always stick with your buddy. The end. That's a really fun book. I really love that book. Highly recommend Officer Buckle and Gloria by Peggy Rathman. Now, police officers are one type of community worker, but one that we think about a lot at the New York Transit Museum are people who drive trains, who we call operators, and people who open and close doors on trains called conductors. Now, those people, even though maybe a lot of people are staying home right now, all those people are still going to work because we need the trains in New York City to keep moving so that people can move around, right? So, I want to think about all the trains that are still going right now, and in order to do that, we're going to learn a little rhyme, all right? So, the rhyme goes, a train, going down the track. Can you repeat after me? Take me where I want, and then take me back. Uptown, downtown, and all around the town. So let's do that one more time. So uptown, you reach your hands all the way to the sky. Downtown, you reach your arms all the way down. And then all around the town, give me a nice spin, all right? So all together, that sounds like a train, coming down the track. Take me where I want, and then take me back. Uptown, downtown, all around the town. That was fun. Now, we just did that for A train, but the A train isn't the only train that's running right now. The F train is running. All of the trains are running, but one of my favorite trains is the F train because it's near my apartment. So let's do the F train. You all ready? F train, coming down the track. Take me where I want, and then take me back. Uptown, downtown, all around the town. That was fun. Now we did the A train, the F train. Now we have to give some love to our number trains, right? Let's do the number 4 train. You all ready? 4 train, coming down the track. Take me where I want, then take me back. Uptown, downtown, all around the town. All right, that was fun. And now last, but certainly not least, I think we should do the C for Cassie train. You all ready? C train, coming down the track. Take me where I want, then take me back. Uptown, downtown, all around the town. Give yourselves a round of applause. That was so much fun. And I bet you could keep doing that for all of the trains that you love too. And I hope that you all had a wonderful time with us here at Transit Tots this morning. My name is Cassie. This is with the New York Transit Museum, and I hope you had a wonderful day. Goodbye.